We're here today so that we can make you aware of 3 recent sexual assaults that have occurred in 14 Division over the weekend. We have 2 that occurred on Saturday, October 6th, between 10:50 p.m. and 11 p.m. We have a 3rd that occurred on Sunday, October 7th, at 11:45 p.m. The first 2 sexual assaults were on Montrose Avenue near College, and the 3rd sexual assault was on Gray Street near Bloor. All of the complainants were approached from behind. All 3 of the complainants were sexually assaulted, and each time the suspect fled north from the area that these incidents occurred. The male is described as black, 5'5" to 5'10", heavy, stocky, or chubby build, and he has very short or shaved head. As for his clothing, it varies a little bit. I would like to make you aware that in some he's wearing a baseball cap or a cap with a brim. In one of the incidents, he's wearing a 2-tone gray jacket. We're appealing to you, the media, for assistance in creating some awareness about these sexual assaults, and we're also appealing to the assistance of the public. The public may have seen something, then they're not sure that it's actually suspicious, but if they see anyone around these times fitting this description, to please give us a call. If there are any commercial video or residential video during these times that may be of assistance, if they could please contact us. Any little bit of information would help. As you know, sexual assault is highly underreported. We know that. 2 of our victims didn't come forward for a couple of days. It's important that we get the information as soon as possible. If an individual is sexually assaulted, please call 911. The sooner that we can get to the scene, the sooner we can gather some evidence, and the sooner we can help. There also may be victims that have been approached that have not been assaulted. So if there are any incidents such as this where the victims have been approached by a male fitting this description, to also please give us a call. We have increased patrols in the area. 14 Division is well aware of these occurrences and the description of the male that we are looking for. We will be conducting canvasses, looking for further information and going door to door. We will be engaging the public and asking for their assistance. We're also working with our community partners, such as METRAC, Toronto Rape Crisis Centre. And as we receive information, we will be able to update you as well. Are there any questions?
Detective, do you believe that these sex assaults are related to the string of sex assaults in the same area in which this guy was going around and attacking women?
It's a great question. It's one that we're asking ourselves. And we've just recently received some of this information, so we need a little bit of time to follow up on that information, gather the evidence. And if we're going to link them, we want to be sure, so we're still working on that at this point. Right now, we're not in a position to say that they are linked. But as you can tell from the geographic locations, they're fairly close.
Are you worried, if they are linked, or even if they're not linked, that types of assaults like this could potentially escalate?
That's always a possibility. We do worry about that. We are concerned about that. That's why we would like to have as much information from the public, any piece to sort of put things together.
Can you speak to what, if anything, is being done undercover with decoys or the rest of it?
No, I'm not going to speak to any of that.
It's just a question that keeps coming up tonight.
No, absolutely. It's a good question, yes. Yeah.
How are these women doing? I mean, they've been assaulted. What does this do? Have you spoken to the victims? What is this doing to them emotionally?
I have spoken to the victims, and every individual reacts differently. It's very traumatic for some. It certainly interferes with their lifestyle. If you can imagine possibly being a student that has exams and work to do, and that you're sidetracked by reliving the memory that goes on in your head of the incident that occurred, it's very upsetting. Yeah.
You can't say if it's one or possibly more than one person, but there is a real similarity in the MO through all of this.
There is a similarity, yes.
And is it connected thread to all these different incidents?
For the most part, with the incidents, the individuals are approached from behind.
And grabbed, and then the guy runs.
And he usually runs off.
So you're saying these are incidents of groping mostly? That's the nature of
I'm
the
not
assault?
going to get into the nature of the sexual assaults. As you know, sexual assault can be defined as anything that is inappropriate, unwanted touching to actual penetration.
When you say that some women have been approached but not assaulted, do you know something about his approach? Does he say things? Does he do anything?
We do know that there has been an individual that was approached that was not sexually assaulted, but I'm not in a position right now to elaborate in any further detail about that.
When was the last, because there seemed to be a spate of these assaults in the summer, what was the date of the last one? How long has the lull been?
I'd have to look back in the news releases, as you can well do. I'm not sure if it was the end of August. End of August.
So there's been a couple of months almost without something that could potentially been linked?
I wouldn't say a couple of months. I would say maybe over a month.
And if it is linked, I mean, it's probably too premature to ask you this question, but it would appear there's a lull if it's linked and then he's back at it again.
You're right. It's probably a little premature to ask.
Are there any similarities between the victims?
Pardon?
Are there any similarities between the victims?
Not that I would like to comment on at this point.
Time of day? Are they all around 11 at night?
I think you can see that from the press releases, they seem to be in the evening. Yeah. Like, as you can see, the two on Saturday were very close together, and the one on Sunday was 11:45. So.
Around how many total incidents is this now with these three, and the three over the summer?
I think we're looking at somewhere between 10 to 13.
And residents in the area are getting a little frustrated, a little scared. There's been some outcry online for trying to catch this guy. What do you have to say?
The residents have been excellent in speaking with the police and speaking with one another, and we encourage that awareness and talking to one another and sharing information. It's crucial that you call the police as soon as possible to get us that information.
The recent activism, Take Back the Block, and the rallies and the marches, has that had any impact on your investigation or on the sexual assault?
I don't know. I can't comment that it has. I mean, as you know, there was a lull, so that's quite possible. Take Back the Night and Take Back the Block. We're familiar with Take Back the Night. That has been going on for many years. It's great work that the public have been doing. As for the effect that it's had on the attacks, I'm not sure.
The two attacks Saturday night were literally within minutes apart on the same street. That's pretty brazen.
I agree, yes. I don't think so. Not like this.
Pretty brazen.
Pretty brazen.
Have you looked at TTC videos at all? There's a subway just north.
We've been looking at every piece of information that we can get, including TTC video.
Has it been fruitful at all?
That remains to be seen.
Thank you very much. This information is on our website. There are 3 separate news releases in regards to these as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Wendy.